Christopher De Santiago with BloodyElbow.com. Today I'm talking to former UFC middleweight Oluwale the Lion Gorilla Bamgbose after his successful BKFC debut in New Jersey last weekend. Oluwale, how's it going today, man?
What's up, everybody? What's up? What's up? Good, good, good. Just sore and just enjoying this celebratory moment.
Awesome, man. We've seen you in so many fights with 4 ounce gloves. How are the hands looking a few days after the bare knuckle boxing debut?
Yeah, as you can see, it's a little swollen, but it's not bad. I can bold my right hand, which I use a lot, so I'm surprised I could actually bold it, and the swelling went down significantly, so that's good. Um, that's good. And then my left hand, the part of the knuckle that you're supposed to land with is a little swollen, but that's not bad because you're supposed to land with these two knuckles anyway. You stay away from these two because they can break. That's like martial arts 10, martial arts 101, You never hit with these two knuckles. And if it lands, cool, but you want to land with these two because they're connected to the wrist. And that's how you land with power and emphasis. But they're doing good though. Thank God nothing's broken. All praises to the Most High. I didn't really get injured like that at all. I mean, I got caught pretty good, but I didn't bleed. So it's a good thing, I got really tough skin. But yeah, man, you got to be different, man, to do this sport, man. You got to be different. You got to train different. You got to have a different mentality. You got to have a different kind of hunger, and it's like survival in there, man. So it's perfect for me. I ain't gonna lie. Now that I think about it in hindsight, it's the perfect kind of sport for me because it's bringing out that killer in me. And when I fight like that, man, I'm dangerous. I'm not even gonna lie. I'm very dangerous.
hmm And you talk about survival, and like I would imagine the atmosphere is a lot different than it is in UFC and MMA. How much more fun did you have in there opposed to MMA?
It was actually very similar in terms of the arena, the hype. BKFC did a really good job of simulating that. Um, as far as the different scope of thing goes, like as far as the fight goes, yes, it is different because obviously it's just the hands. And that, man, I just feel like I feel comfortable, bro. Like, because again, in all my fights, man, previously in the UFC and prior to the UFC, I've always had good hands. I've always been comfortable going toe to toe and throwing down. It never worried me. So now that that's the primary focus, to be honest, that's very favorable for me because I'm fast and I'm long. Dude, 79 reach, bro. Dudes don't realize how long I am until they fight me, bro. Because you know, I'm not the biggest guy. I'm not small either, but I'm not the biggest guy. So looks are deceiving. And with me, I'm not as strong as I look, man. I'm fucking powerful, man. So you'll only know that until you face me. And then the other side to that is when I fight fearlessly, I'm like 10 times stronger, bro. Like I can't even. I'm not even gonna hold you. I'm not even gonna lie to you. When I fight fearlessly, it's I don't even know who I am at that point, and I'm happy not to know. Keep going. Don't think. Don't just do what you need to do, buddy. You already know you have to. Don't think. Just fight. That's what you was born to do. So
Awesome, man. And it was so cool to see your highlights. Even Conor McGregor was reacting to your spinning, or the spinning knockdown that you got. I guess what do you make of your performance? And I guess what do you think of the reception from the fight? Like, I imagine the reception from the fans is really good, right?
I'm not even gonna lie to you. I've always been the type of fighter that if I don't get a reaction from the crowd, I'm not doing my job. So if I don't hear the oohs, the ahs, the oh wow, like what am I doing? Get to work, buddy. Get to work. And I experienced that once when I fought the opposite of that once when I fought in uh in Canada when I fought Alicio Chico. I was injured. And it was also a hostile crowd because I think majority of the people in that arena and that Canadian arena was Italian, I believe, because that was like a predominantly Italian like location. And then, I guess in Canada, and Alicio was Italian, so they were rooting for him. Cool, but when we were fighting, man, I was trying to take my time, read him, and I was injured too. So I'm like, let me take it easy. Then I started hearing boos. I'm like, holy smokes. I would say another example of that was when I fought in Brazil too. But they didn't really boo, but they were cheering for Paulo. I'm not gonna lie, that was hard, man. Whew. But I'm used to fighting enemy territory, man. If I'm being honest, I never really had a chance to fight in the Garden or the Barclay. And I'm telling you, if I do, I don't even know who I'm gonna become. Woo! If I fight in New York, man, it's over, man. I don't care who they give me. And yeah, I don't care even if I'm in the guy's backyard, but I don't care who they give me in general because I'm a fighter. But whoever they give me in New York, you better be ready, bro. Because man, I've never experienced that. And I'm excited to. And I feel like BKFC, I could co-headline or I can headline. I don't care. But you put me on that New York card, I'm telling you, man, because I grew up here, man. This is my city, boy. This is my city, boss. Are you kidding me? And I got people that really rock for me, man. So and then people that don't even rock for me, us New Yorkers, we loyal, man. Oh, he's a New Yorker. Oh, he can fight too. Oh, we going. So it's gonna be amazing, man. So I see that already, man. It's funny because I'm just thinking about it. Like I've never fought in my hometown, bro. I never fought in New York. I'm telling you right now, if I fight in New York, it's gonna be crazy, bro. I'm telling you right now, man, it's gonna be crazy. So hopefully in the future, I will have earned such an honor.
Did you get the chance to talk to David Feldman and Conor McGregor after the fight and maybe pitch them on a to get you on a New York card?
No, I didn't. And to be honest, I don't want to say too much too soon. I want to definitely make sure I talk to my team and some BKFC reps as well too. But Connor was amazing. Connor is he's full of personality and he's a very happy, chill guy, bro. Very personable. You know, um, and I like that about him, man. And he's real. Because he's a fighter too. And it's one thing to have a promoter slash owner who also fought, so he knows talent. He knows also what it takes to be a star. And I'm not gonna lie, why not? Why not? I don't mind learning from the guy, on how to be a superstar, and also how to just be an overall professional. And none of us are perfect. We all make mistakes. As long as we're in a position to get better and grow with God's help, with our family, that's all that matters, man. And I don't judge people, because I don't really know people's story. I just know mine. And I just know what I see from Connor. I see a very enthusiastic, passionate, fighter and owner. And I could tell he's for the fighters, man, for real. You know, um, and I look forward to getting to know him more as a boss man and as a fighter and learning from him, man. Like because he's done it, man. Two belts, two divisions. Was the biggest star in the UFC. Mr. Feldman, cool guy too, man. He's another one. He just wants to have a positive impact in combat sports, and he wants BKFC to flourish. What is wrong with that? Nothing. And it's happening. These guys have they radiate positive energy. I'm all about that, man. It's a blessing, man, to be a part of BKFC, man. If I'm being honest, it's a blessing. And I've worked very hard in my life as an athlete and as a professional. As you can see, my degrees are in the back. I did that on purpose. I said, you know what? I want to show my degrees, man. You know what I'm saying? Because I did everything I could in life to be well off, to have money, to have a good career. So that's why I expect nothing less, man, when it comes to, being financially well off. And now that's the season I want to enjoy that, and I believe that my time is now to acquire all of these things that I've worked so hard for, and that I've been enjoying very minimally. I don't want to enjoy it minimally anymore. I want to enjoy it to the fullest extent. That Kendrick Lamar song, I Deserve It All. Whew. I don't know if you heard it before, man, but it's a man, what a song, man, what a track. And I could resonate with that because I've been working so hard, man, to enjoy the spoils of life, man. And especially so my kids could enjoy it, my family could enjoy it, my loved ones, my team. So I want to do that. I want to enjoy all of that now. I don't want to enjoy that in the grave. I'm okay. I'll enjoy resting when I'm dead. Right now, here on earth, I want to enjoy heaven on earth, man. And if I gotta fight my way for that, it is what it is. As long as I honor God in the process, I'm good, man. But again, I am blessed, and outside of fighting, I do have an office job. It's not easy because when you got training, family, and all this kind of stuff. Balancing an office gig is hard, man. So but balance is key, and God has been helping me, staying motivated. And thank God I'm doing a better job at it. I ain't gonna lie, I was a little bit overwhelmed. There's times I've been overwhelmed. I'm still overwhelmed, but I'm doing better. And now that I'm in a new space, and BKFC is taking off, you know, I'm happy, man. I'm in a better place right now.
That's awesome, Oluwale. I do want to talk to you about your walkout. I mean, like, I guess how was your walkout in Jersey, walking out to the Christian music? I guess what was the energy like for you in that moment?
I mean, for me, I'm not gonna lie, man. Like, being a warrior of God is very important, and I want people to realize that, because if it wasn't for God, I wouldn't fight. I would not be a fighter. It is He who gave me the courage to compete, and to do something purposeful with my ability to compete. So I have to give the glory to Him, and hopefully people could see that and feel that and want that for themselves with regards to whatever it is that they have a talent in that they want to give to God, or they're just feeling encouraged overall to just live a good life, a life that is led by God, by Christ, and the Holy Spirit, So it was an honor to come out to such a song that it was more personal. However, it was hopefully uplifting for some to feel, and then see my performance. Just because I'm coming out to something that isn't as hard, and and violent, it doesn't mean I fight like I'm weak, because I'm far from weak. I just know that when God puts an assignment of being humble and using music as an evangelistic tool, who am I to say no? I'm not. So that's been my thing my whole career. I've come out to evangelistic Christian music that, inspires a relationship with God, because God's spirit to me is everything, man. And when I walk into an arena and I feel like His spirit is there, first of all, nobody's beating me. That's number one. Because the only way you beat me is if you have the same spirit, and woo, we're gonna put on a show. And it might be a draw. But other than that, if you don't understand the spirit, and you think you can beat a guy like me, especially when I'm in the zone, it's just unfathomable, man. It's just something that you cannot. It's matchless, and I love coming out to that and feeling that, the power of the Holy Spirit and God doing His work in whatever which way He can, through music, through His music, through His love, through His message. So I'm always going to be a conduit for that, an advocate for that.
Mhm. I gotta ask, when did you notice that Carl was wearing an ankle monitor? Because like I saw that kind of go viral on Twitter. Like, when did you notice that?
I mean, I did my research on Carl, so I saw a little bit of what he had gone through. And again, I don't know the backstory, man. I just know, um, I respect Carl. Like, and sometimes life, we go through things where perhaps we want to seek vengeance. I don't know. And then, and that's where having God is important. And I'm not sure if he has a relationship with God or not, but him, myself, everyone in this world, whenever someone offends you, don't take matters into your own hands, because that's how you get in trouble, man. You know, let God handle that. And again, I don't know the backstory of what he went through, um, the ankle monitor. I'm just glad that he was still able to fight, because that's a blessing. Because you got some people that they did what he did, whatever it was that he did, and their lives were over, bro. They're in jail. They didn't get any opportunity or leeway to still compete or do anything. So the fact that he was still able to compete, that shows in my opinion, that shows a favor of God on his life. And he just has to appreciate that and grow. He's a great fighter. He's younger than me too, so he's got time. So I'm pretty sure he's gonna learn from whatever it is he's going through. He's gonna come back better. He's gonna come back wiser. He's gonna make better informative decisions, and he's gonna use this platform that he has for the greater good of himself, his family. You know, as he should. because you can't mix, when you're a professional athlete, a renowned one at that, you can't mix that with doing dumb stuff because you're gonna hurt your stock, your brand, your profession. So I'm pretty sure he's realized that at this point, and I hope everything works well for him. But yeah, I did notice his ankle monitor after the fight. I was like, and then the medical staff had mentioned it too because we both had to stop by the medical team, and I did see it. But he's a tough son of a gun too because what I did notice in the fight, his leg gave out. I think with the first knockdown, his leg gave out, and I think he sprained his ankle. Man, I don't know. And he got up like nothing happened. I was like, man, who the hell is this guy? I'm like, dude, and then he's not even limping. He didn't even limp. So I was like, this dude is tough. I was like, take your time with this one because it may look like I was rushing, but I definitely wasn't. I was definitely taking risks though. However, calculated risks. However, I wasn't just like I'm gonna maul him. Hell no. I was like, this guy is tough. He's resilient. Because anybody that gets cracked like that and then rolls on their ankle, dude, they're staying down, bro. They're not getting up, moving around after, and throwing bombs too. Because he cracked me and he dropped me back. He dropped me at 1.2, and I was like, whoa. I was like, okay, I gotta still be cautious. I gotta still be brave, but still be cautious. It's a beautiful mix, when you're in there, man. You can't be too brave. You can't be too cautious. You gotta have a nice balance.
For sure, man, for sure. And I feel like you left a really great first impression on BKFC with your style, with your name value as well. I guess how do you see them matching you up with like in the future? How do you see your future in BKFC? What do you want for yourself?
I want gold, man. So whether it's gold at 185 or 195. Sign me up, man. Sign me up. And it's funny because I believe Chris Kamakosi is the 195 champ. And I don't really like that guy, man, to be honest. And let me give you a little bit of a backstory with that. Because me, I ain't gonna lie, I have very good memory. I don't forget nothing. So I had visited Chris Weidman's gym years ago, and I wanted to train with him, and he had agreed or whatnot. But one time when I pulled up to train, he was just acting weird, bro. Like he was on a bike and he was like, "Nah, man, my neck, my back, your neck, your back. I don't care, man. I drove from the Bronx and or New York City all the way to here to and where I was living at the time. I think I was living in Queens or Brooklyn at the time, but wherever, wherever I was driving from, I drove all the way to your gym because you had already agreed that we were trained, bro. And bro, at the end of the day, it's training, bro. Like, and I'm a cool training partner, and I like to go at the pace of my partners. You know what I mean? And over the years, I've gotten better with that. Because I'm not gonna lie, in the past I've had a reputation of just guys hating sparring with me, man. Because they'll go hard, then I go hard, then they start crying. Oh, he's this, he's that. Meanwhile, you try to knock me out, and you think I'm gonna take it easy, or bro, I'm a fighter. I'm not a punching bag. But anyways, over the years, I've gotten better with that. So even when guys go crazy, I try to just be calm still. But if you keep doing it, I will show you a little bit of what I could do in the real fight. So cut it out. But anyways, with Chris, I was gonna totally take it easy because he's the former UFC champ, and this is a big opportunity for me to grow and get my reps in with practicing mastering my wrestling, my defense, my takedown defense, and then allowing my striking to flow into that. And then he what he would have got from me was his striking getting better. But when I got there, the dude was acting like he was on his high horse. I hate people like that, man. I can't lie, man. Because even me, like sometimes I could be a little cocky, but I'm good at you know bringing myself back to reality. Not that I'm not as good as people say or that I think, but I'm not all that. So cut it out. I check myself like that. Other people don't do that, and I can't stand people like that, man. Like I really cannot. I don't like people that are like, yeah, it's about me. I'm bad. It's about me. I'm not. I'm inconsiderate, and you're damn skippy because I can be. And that was the vibe I got from Chris. You knew I drove all the way here just to train with you, and you on a bike talking about my neck, my back, and then I believe his training partner was Gene Vellante at the time. So he tells Gene Vellante, and the way he was talking to Gene Vellante, I didn't like either. He was like, "Yo, man, yo, just get this guy some work, man, so he can get out of my face," type of thing. And I'm like, "Bro, we're both in the UFC. What the fuck is wrong with you, bro?" So whatever. I just worked with Gene, and I had left. And I told myself, I'm not messing with this dude, man. And sure enough, his career went downhill because first of all, you're training with the same people every day. What do you think is going to happen? You're not going to elevate. You're gonna decline. Also, you gotta the level that you're at. You have to push yourself. You have to elevate because you're fighting top 10, top 5, top 15 guys all the time. And I knew this, and I wasn't even in the top 20, bro. But I knew where I wanted to be. I knew I need to step up my training partners so that so I could crack top 10. But this idiot, he didn't have the same mindset as me. Anyways, fast forward. So I go online and I see Chris Kamikoze, you know, what the finger warriors, what do you want to call it?
The
The
keyboard warriors.
keyboard warrior. Are you a fighter? Are you a keyboard warrior? You defending your boy? Bro, shut up, bro. Mind your business. Mind your business. All right? Because let me tell you something. As a fighter, any fighter that comes to my gym and he wants to put in work humbly, I promise you, I'm gonna give him work. And no, not that I'm gonna go hard or anything like that. No, I'm humbled that he humbled himself to want to train with me. And at one point, Mike Perry did that. People don't know that. Some people don't know that. Some people know. Some people don't know. Mike Perry, he had came to New York, and he wanted to get some work in. So, I was able to essentially, um, yeah, I said yes. I welcomed him. He met a few of my students, at the time, and we became cool, real cool. You know what I mean? And that was that. We learned what we learned. We exchanged knowledge. It was a dope vibe. Can you imagine if Perry came and I was like, "Yo, man, my back, my neck, and
Yeah.
my cracked. I can't do nothing, man. Like, yo." And then one of my students, "Yo, just work with him, man. Just give him a good round or two." Like, bro, what? Like, who does that, man? And it's not even like I'm an amateur or like an unknown pro. I'm in the UFC roster, bro. Stop playing with me, man. Stop playing with me. That's why I ain't like what Chris did, man. And ever since then, I don't like him, and I don't care. And then whoever supports him, you can kiss my ass too, man. And Chris Kamikoze, he supported that bullshit he did, and ever since then, he's been on my hit list. And look, I got a chance now to fight his ass. You know what I'm saying? And I know for a fact he's not better than me. And another backstory too. I was supposed to win a bonus when I caught my first viral knockout in the UFC with Daniel Serafian. Kamikoze was on that card, and he fought Joe Riggs, and they gave him the bonus.
Oh man, that
So when
stinks.
I fight Kamikoze, I'm gonna think about all these things. I'm gonna fuck him up, bro. I'm telling you right now, bro. I'm gonna rip his face off, bro. I promise you. Mind your business, bro. And now that bonus that you took from me, I'm gonna get it back to ripping your face off. I can't wait. I can't
Awesome,
wait,
man.
man. I'll do it with somebody that I like. So imagine if I don't like you, man. That if I when I get that fight, I'm telling you right now, I'm gonna enjoy it. The whole time I'm gonna enjoy that fight. But anyways, yeah, that's a little bit of a backstory with Kamikoze, So yeah, it'll be nice to put my hands on him, bro. It'll be nice to take my time punching him in the face in that square circle, bro. And then ripping his belt from him, taking his belt from him. I can't wait.
Yeah, honestly, dude, I feel like as they bring in more former UFC fighters, like they're talking to Darren Till right now. I feel like Uriah Hall, I feel like they could bring him in because he is a free agent. I guess, do you see that as a fight in the future for you in BKFC?
Hell yeah, man. Hall's another one. Hall's another dickhead. I fought him. Excuse my language, man. I gotta do a
Oh,
better
you're
job
all good.
of just being a little bit more controlled. But Hall's another, like another weirdo, bro. Like we do this sport, man. Let's respect each other. In our fight, if you look at me and Hall's fight, at some point he was on top of me, and ground and pounding or whatever, or trying to establish a more dominant position, and he finger hooks me. He takes his fingers and he He takes out my mouthpiece and he proceeds to punch me in the face and in the mouth area. Like, bro, what are you doing, bro? Come on, man. Like me, I would never do that, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, if I'm dominating somebody, cool. I don't need to cheat. I don't need to do, weird cheating tactics to throw you off. Like, that's not gonna help me. And it's not an honorable win. I like winning to an honorable degree. You know, you gotta fish hook me and take my mouthpiece out to distract me so you could beat me up, bro. It's not that serious, man. You're already experienced. You got it, bro. But now I want you to fight and experience me, Paul. And I know you can't box, bro. You really can't. So it will be an honor to give you professional revenge. In this case, right? I'm not taking revenge outside of the scope of fighting. I'm keeping it within the scope. So yeah, if I get a chance to punch Hall in the face, knock him out, and make him pay for what he did, that would be great. Because that's a form of bullying, man. I don't like bullies. I hate bullies. I used to call myself the bully destroyer in high school.
Oh,
Yeah,
nice.
yeah.
Before
I
the
used to
Lion
go
Gorilla, before the Holy War Angel.
That's right. I used to go after the bullies, man. They would try to bully my friends. And I'd be like, yo, why you messing with them? And then I showed them a little bit of my strength, and then that was that. They ain't mess with me or my friends no more. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, Hall is a bully, bro. So I want to deal with him. I want to deal with him. And you, oh, you're a good striker. Me too. But I feel like I'm way more humble than you, and I want to humble you. I do. I'm not afraid of you, and I'm better than you with the hands. There's nothing you could do in that fight. I can't wait to fight you in BKFC. If he has the balls enough to fight me in BKFC, that would be nice.
Mm.
Hall, you
Did
should.
they
You
give
should,
you
Hall.
bonus for this fight?
Yeah, they gave me a performance bonus. I don't know how much it is, but I'm waiting on that right now. But yeah, man, I got a performance bonus. It's gonna be like that every fight, bro. I'm telling you.
Congrats.
Yeah, man, I'm gonna bring the heat every fight, bro. Every single fight, I'm bringing the heat, man. The excitement, the knockouts. I'm telling you, that's how I fight, bro. So I'm just glad I'm able to master it at BKFC.
Mm. Are you looking to take a vacation soon? And do you have any like dream places that you want to go to?
Yeah, I'm thinking some type of remote island, Jamaica, DR, Bahamas. I'm
Nice.
thinking about doing that this month, hopefully. Let's see. Because it's a long time coming. I think I need a little bit of a break. Maybe like a few days. But I'm waiting for those checks to come in, man. So right now it's not I'm not doing so good, but you know that's gonna be a thing in the past, obviously. But yeah, once those checks come in, I'll be able to utilize it well. And then you also have taxes too. So I gotta talk to my tax guy about how much money I gotta set aside and all that kind of stuff. You know how that goes.
Most
Um,
definitely.
but yeah, other than that, yeah, definitely a vacation. And hopefully in the next month, I guess my hands will be completely healed. And then I can start training again. Um, and then I'm probably gonna have to go back to balancing life again, but it's gonna be all doable. You know what I mean? Especially with this new um platform. And yeah, life is sweet, man. It's just a little scary too when you think about what's going on in the world, outside of combat sports, with regards to, rumors of wars, man, like for like legit wars, military wars. So that's what's a little scary, man. So I've also been praying about that too, for God to just really intervene and create a sense of world peace, between countries, foreign countries, um, and even within America, like just more peace between us, man, between the states, between the parties, so that we can see our kids grow, man. I want to see my kids have kids, man. I want to see um, my family happy, my team happy. Like I want to see, I want to see everyone do well 20 years from now, 30 years from now. But if a war happens or a nuclear war at that, yo, man, life as we know it is at risk for everyone. All this combat stuff we're enjoying, entertainment, baseball, basketball, going to work, eating, all these spoils, it will be no more. Traveling, there's no traveling when there's war. So a lot of things are going to be halted, man. So I'm just praying for world peace, bro. That's my prayer. May God, do what He needs to do to regulate this earth. But I'm just praying that world peace is something that happens, man, sooner than later.
And last question for you, Oluwale. Just thank you again for taking the time today. I guess when are you looking to get back in there? You take a good vacation this month. I guess, would you like to fight before the end of the year or maybe early next year?
Yeah, I'm thinking December. December sounds good, man. End of the year, end it with a bang. End the year with a bang. And I believe I'll be healed by then, God willing. And yeah, December would be nice. I'm not sure what type of matchups um, would be in my horizon, but I'm willing to talk to some BKFC reps, my team, and talk about some potential matchups, man, that will set me on the right trajectory to gold, to stardom. Because I feel like I could be a star, one of the stars. Because there's so much talent at BKFC. There's so many talented fighters, man. It's amazing to even share that space with a lot of these fighters, man. They're so good. So I would just like to be one of them. That's all. Especially in my respective division or divisions, depending. But yeah, man, it's an honor, and I don't mind being one of the stars of the promotion. So talking about that trajectory and how that could work would be an honor, man. So yeah, I definitely want to see if I could sign perhaps a multi-fight contract if they're open to it. If they're open to it, it'll encourage me to fight even better. I tell you that much. Um,
It
and
makes
then
sense. I mean, like your style is so entertaining to watch. You really did stand out on the card. So, I mean, if they don't offer that, I mean, they're kind of crazy.
I mean, it's all good though. I mean, at the end of the day, maybe they want to see the fight by fight or multi-fight contract is up to them. But I believe that that's probably the best promotion for me. And I believe like we match energy, with the way BKFC is going and, the funding the more funding that they're going to have, more support, and I guess my skill set and how it's rising as well, too. I think it's a perfect 1-2 combination along with other fighters too, because there's other fighters as well that are worth multi-fight contracts, man, that are hungry, man, and that are built for this as well. So, yeah, it's an honor to again be a part of BKFC, be a part of history on being one of the first bare knuckle shows in Jersey. So I think there's more to do. There's more to accomplish. And I like the idea of, like I said, being consistent with one promotion because I've already had experience with that with ROC. 5 fights, all finishes in the first round, bro, because that was home. Man, you fought, man. Let me tell you something. You fought me in ROC, man. Ooh, they got a taste. BKFC got a taste of what it was like fighting me at ROC, bro. I was a monster in ROC, man. That's why I was knocking everybody out in the first round because I was home, and I feel like I'm home at BKFC. And I'm telling you, if I get a belt or fighting for a belt, you fight me in that square circle, you're gonna fight the real war angel, man. Good luck.